Good afternoon, guys. Today on the review is the flagship of the company Nio, the most advanced crossover in their family. As the managers claim, it is cooler in everything than the gilevich.eng L9 and took the Germans to school in general. That's a serious claim, isn't it? Let's go and check it out. At the main European NCAP crash test, Nio ES8 has scored more total points than BMW X5. The younger Nio ES7 scored higher than the BMW iX, and the Nio ET5 sedan scored higher than the BMW 3rd Series. Now for the most interesting part. The Nio ES8 is made entirely of aluminum, which means that its body is not subject to corrosion at all. They are asking $84,000 for the most maximum configuration, and you will be very surprised at what they give for this price. Yeah, to say I'm shocked is an understatement. I don't understand how they've managed to do this. They rolled their first production car off the assembly line 5 years ago. It's fantastic. Go to the Nuremberg website. 2017, they set a world record at the time. Look at the mastodons they'd beaten. Some of these car brands are over 70 years old. As you can see, it makes absolutely no difference whatsoever the experience, the 100 years of experience that in Europe the engineers' grandfathers passed on to their children. As I see it, it's the randomly born geniuses who, just sitting in a dark room, come up with brilliant ideas that decide. This car is much sharper than the gilevich.eng L9, and in my opinion, it's also softer. This suspension is a masterpiece. The gilevich.eng L9 passed the Moose test at 70 kilometers per hour, better than the BMW X7 and the Mercedes GLS. Nio ES8, the previous pre-restyled one, passed the test at 80 kilometers per hour. Managers promise this Nio will go even higher. We haven't had a test yet, but the difference in handling is enormous compared to the gilevich.eng L9. Yeah, I feel like I have to sell the L9. By the way, across from Nio is Jidu. It will be the first car. We'll do a review on it soon. It will be the first car to have a voice assistant that works outside the car and recognizes the owner's voice. You can get out of the car and ask her to park in any available spot. 33 LiDAR camera sensors. There's autopilot. There's auto parking. The external-internal video recorder, by the way, shoots at 4K resolution. All-wheel drive, 2 electric motors, total output of 650 horsepower, 4 and 1 seconds to 100. Air suspension, height-adjustable ground clearance, and programmable matrix headlights. As the company assures, they have developed the world's most advanced suspension, which also has CDC technology. 6 lidars have been hung on the car, which read the road surface and transmit the information down. It's the same story with the headlights. The headlights also cooperate with the LiDAR. In yard language, the headlights, with the help of the LiDARs, know where to shine, how to shine, and when to shine. 265 by 40, R22, and 6-piston Brembo ventilated perforated discs. Maximum can be raised 21 centimeters, minimum lowered 12. Now the suspension is in the maximum position. And this is what it looks like with the suspension fully lowered. For the handle to come out, you just lean your hand, there's a sensor, it comes out. You don't have to pull the handle. There's also a sensor. You put your hand in, the door opens. There's double glazing on the front. There's a door closer. At the back, also has a door closer and is also double glazed. Curb weight is 2,580 kilograms. Interior trim is like in a Maybach. It is natural leather. It is natural wood. It is all Napa leather. It's genuine leather down here, not Napa. 23 speakers plus Dolby Atmos. All the seats are Napa leather and unlike gilevich.eng, where it's just in the center. Here and on the sides, too, all the seats are fully upholstered. In front, massage ventilation heated. In the back, massage ventilation heated. On the third row, only heated. There is genuine leather, wood, steering wheel Napa leather, 2 cup holders, wireless charging, gear lever. Nio believes there's no need to hang screens. They think it's more interesting. And the car comes with glasses for each of the passengers. Let's check it out. Cool. Very high quality. I think it depends on the movie itself. By the way, there is a box in the car that has internet, and you can watch movies and everything is connected to that box. I think everyone can only watch the same movie at the same time. It's a very clear picture. Right now, I think the movie is about 4K, and I can see that, well, straight up, very high quality picture. I have a little glare on the sides, but if I focus on right here, it's like I don't notice it anymore. I think, you know what's handy? It's convenient that no matter what position I'm in, it's always right in front of me. Well, geez, it's more fun than looking at a screen that flips down from the ceiling. You just have this big picture in front of your eyes. Yeah, well, yeah. I think everyone will switch to it. What I don't like about Nio, taking the same dashboard design, installing it on all their crossovers, like gilevich.eng, saving money. I think the flagship should be different from the junior models. All this is drawn by Alistair Willan, who spent 21 years at Land Rover, now drawing for Nio. Let's check for squeaks. No squeaks at all, like cement. No squeaks. No squeaks. Nothing squeaks. How could a Maybach embarrass itself so terribly in front of a Chinese car? Just embarrassed. This has the same interior trim as the Maybach. Sat down sportily. Made a fighter jet cockpit for myself here. Plenty of room up to my knees. I can reach the steering wheel. The seats, by the way, are just the right size. They're soft, comfortable. As soft as a Land Rover, but with a bit of lateral support. That's just the right amount. It's the perfect seat. Although, to be honest, I don't really like the design, the tailoring. Here, Alistair Willan, as you can see, draws such a relaxed design. There is also a seat extension available. And also a headrest control. The fanciest seat is on the passenger's right. It's a zero-gravity seat. We press this button here. The footrest is out. I see. That's what zero gravity means. I'd just lift up a little bit. And pull forward a little bit. Well, this is the seat, like GZ, like way. You get it, right? Well, that's the ideal position. You got it, right? To go back, we clamp it down for a couple seconds. Yeah, and the chair will return me to my original position. The pillars, the ceiling, it's upholstered in Alcantara. There's a curtain and there's a sunroof. And this is Nomi. She completely controls all the electronics in this car. You can talk to her and not have to press any buttons at all. Let's ask her to open the sunroof.
Hi, Nomi.
我来啦，
打开天窗。
没问题。
The main screen is 12 inches, 2K resolution, AMOLED, and there is an English language. Fast. The map works fast. It doesn't slow down. Basically, you all know about this screen. All Neos have the same screen. Ambient backlighting. You can change the theme, light, dark. You can swipe from left to right if you want, and hot buttons are accessed. Control of mirrors and steering wheel, unfortunately, here only on the screen. Unfortunately, climate control and air direction control are only available on the tablet. But this is only a problem for those who learned long texts at school but can't learn 30 commands in Chinese. Let's ask Nomi to do something now. Watch this.
Hi Nomi，空调15度，
调好了，
空调分2调到3档。
主驾风速调好了。
This is what the climate control menu looks like. You can also upload your own sense here. So far, 2 have been uploaded. Here is the 3rd slot empty. And it's even animated. Well, this one's delicious. Yeah, it's so fresh. There's seat control, ventilation, massages. Well, finally, Neo put a more advanced projector on the windshield. Now here, as with gilevich.eng, you can see a full map, and it's really big. For some reason, it twitches on camera. In reality, of course, it doesn't. 187 centimeters tall sat behind myself. A fist in front of my knee, a fist above my head. And let's keep it in that position, without moving it. I'm gonna get to the 3rd row. This is the top-of-the-line version with the armrest in the middle. You can order a version without it, and then you can walk to the 3rd row. Now, in this version, in order to get to the back, you press this button. Look, I'll say this. I don't like the tilt of the backrest. I don't like it at all. I want to lean back and I can't. I'm hitting my head on the ceiling, but I still have this much room in front of my knee. I think people 5 to 7 centimeters shorter than me would definitely feel more spacious here. But the tilt of the backrest will have to be tolerated. This is the backrest control. There is for VR glasses and for charging, by the way, for the 3rd row, a port, a cup holder. That's it. Alcantara too. Sensor light. Of course, I'd order the version with the armrest in the middle. This niche comes out of the armrest like this. Here we get the opportunity to put 2 phones on wireless charging, and there are 2 cup holders. There's also a fridge in the armrest that opens with a button, but you can ask Nomi to do that if you're too lazy to reach for it.
Hi Nomi，打开车载冰箱门。
正在打开冰箱门。
The fridge is small, 8 cans total. It's about this high. By the way, they also covered it with leather. 2nd row passengers have seat extensions too. We press this button. This seat moves forward. Okay. Seat extender. I'm pulling forward a little bit. Yeah, and the backrest goes back a little bit. Well, interesting. It's the same on the left, but only if there's no driver. If there is a driver, the system won't let him get in the way. You know, safety. He's not here now, so here's the seat pulled forward. I'm pulling back. In the middle on the rack, it's all leather. Natural wood. Alcantara. For the passengers, there's a little 2K resolution screen for climate control, music, seat controls. There's also a small wood insert. Let's go into the trunk. Oh my God, there's no trunk. It doesn't matter how many liters it has. Doesn't matter. Well, 1 suitcase will fit, a big one. Anyway, we'll have to fold down the 3rd row of seats. Now there's 552 liters and a flat floor. There's also suspension control. It can be lowered down if the bags are heavy. All seats fold down automatically and you can raise each one in turn. This is also Alcantara. That's the normal fabric. Yep, there's also a niche. It's prettier at the back than it is at the front. If you want, you can order a button-mounted pull-out tow bar for $1,000. On the right side of the front is the charging hatch. It opens in this interesting way. So far, only a 100 kilowatt-hour battery is available. 150 we haven't waited for yet after all, but 100 is not enough. It closes the same way. Noise insulation. Up to 50 kilometers per hour it is quiet, as in L9, as in a German 3. But at higher speed, the wheel arches begin to make noise again. In the L9, by the way, they're noisy too. The German 3 has quieter arches. As you've guessed, Nio has saved money on this. But considering that the Germans are generally unable to offer today a large production SUV of this size, with such handling, I would forgive Nio this joint. 650 horsepower. That's 200 more than the L9. And with such sharp handling, it's also fun to use. Acceleration is 4 and 1 to 100, and it's an electric 4 seconds, which means whatever speed you're traveling at, you hit the gas and you get all the torque at once. It's instantaneous. Braking distance is 34 meters. There's been a test. Info from the official Nio website. For a crossover this size, that's a top result. Wheelbase is 3,070. Unlike all the younger models of Nio, which have a rather dense suspension with maximum controllability, here they decided differently. This is the flagship. Here both comfort and handling should be at a high level. The ES8 is still a bit softer than the L9. And probably thanks to this CDC system, which with the help of LiDARs reads the road surface and smooths out all small bumps. However, both me and the operator felt that Nio does not reach the softness of the Mercedes EQS SUV. Close, very close, but it does not reach. I'd like to note something else. EQS does not have such controllability. If you compare the overall feel of these cars, as I find the Nio more interesting. I like to enjoy driving. I can't just drive straight ahead. The battery, on the other hand, is 100 kilowatt hours so far. That's the most average battery on the market today. Competitors are already giving you more. On a gentle CLTC cycle, 600 kilometers of range. In reality, in the summer, it'll be 500. In cold winter, 300. At high speed, even less. Nio says the 150 kilowatt-hour battery has been ready for a while. But since batteries in cars are quick release, and Nio isn't the kind of company that shoves just to shove, this process is taking longer. But there's a silver lining. All owners who buy a Nio with a 100 kilowatt battery can easily replace it with 150. All right, let's summarize. I think it's the fairest price for such a loaded car. There's English. The body is aluminum, and it doesn't rot. Top crash test and top sporting performance. Okay, if you liked the video, give it a fat like, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell to not miss new videos, do yoga in the morning, be healthy, and see you soon.